Hello. Yeah, how are you doing? First of all, I just want to tell you that I'm not gonna be doing that stuff like hello, welcome anymore. I don't feel I'm not. It's just not me, not my style anyway. I prefer a more casual approach than like hey, yeah, hello. So, yeah, this weekend there are some good fights, yeah. Especially the one between Carroll, Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia. But first of all, let's go to some other minor fights. Yeah, first of all, there's Tevin Farmer. He's fighting John Carroll. What kind of name is that, right? Yes, Tevin Farmer, he had a rather impressive victory, didn't he? Not so long ago. Let's see. I have to use the damn telephone. Yes, he won. Well, it wasn't any kind of major victory, but he also beat Billy Dib actually. So he won actually, he's now the IBF super featherweight champion. Yeah, that's right. And this guy, John Carroll, sorry. John Carroll, come on. He's from Ireland. And he's not hasn't had any really major fights yet. He's 16-0, but only 3 knockouts so far. Yeah, it should be, I guess, a rather easy test for Farmer. I mean, this guy, he looks more like a Euro level fighter. This Carroll guy, and yeah. I'm not really sure, but Tevin Farmer is not a puncher either, so this will very likely go the distance. Yeah. So I guess Farmer is going to win by an easy, unanimous decision. Yes, why not? And then there is a good fight, a really good one at middleweight between Gabriel Rosado and Maciej Sulecki. Yeah, Sulecki is a really good fighter, and he's only lost to Danny Jacobs. Or no, sorry, it was German Charles, but it was a good fight. And while Rosado is more like a good journeyman, you know. So I favor Sulecki here, you know, and yeah, this could be a really interesting fight, I think. Yeah, Rosado hasn't really been so fortunate in the last few years, but he's also fought really, high level opponents. But he's scored a TKO victory over Glenn Tapia, and then in his last fight he's had a draw against Luis Arias. So yes, while Sulecki is only lost once, or sorry, that was to Danny Jacobs, and he's stopped Hugo Centeno Jr. among others, and he's beaten Jack Kulka. He's a very good, boxer, but he's also discovered that he can punch, in his later fights. Earlier he didn't really have many knockouts, but he scored a few also against Michi Munoz. a really experienced fighter, and Gregor Proxa. So yes, Sulecki would be the favorite. He's also a bit taller than, not that much than Rosado, but I think Rosado has got a mileage on him. He's now 33, but that's a really quite old 33. While Sulecki is 29, but he's been fighting since 2010, you know, and by then Rosado had already fought guys like Angulo, for instance, and Guerrero, Rodrigo. Yeah. So yeah, well, I think this will also most likely go the distance because Rosado is a tough guy, and he's only been stopped by the hardest punchers, like by in 10 rounds, like against Lemieux and against Quillen, I think it was also. So, without further more talk, I say that Sulecki I favor to win on points. Yes. Let's see, next fight. Kevin Lerena, he's a great new, I mean not so new, but the cruiserweight hope from South Africa is fighting also this weekend against some unknown guy called Arthur Mann, who is 15-0. Yeah, Lerena is like, you know, definitely the favorite to win there. He's won most of his fights so far on points, so you know that's also how I think most likely this will end. And yeah, that's all about that. And yeah, let's see. Luis Nery is fighting with Joe Arroyo. Very good fight. Luis Nery is the new force, you know, in the bantamweight division, and you know, just like for instance Jaime Munguia, he looks pretty invincible at this moment. So yeah, he is the one who ended the greatness and the prime of Shinsuke Yamanaka, and so he also stopped Arthur Villanueva, and yeah, like Joe Arroyo, he's also beaten, I think, Villanueva, yeah, that's right, but that was a little bit controversial victory. Then he lost to Hervin Anhayas and Roshi Ward. Yeah, this is only a 10-round fight. For some reason, maybe it's above bantamweight, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know if Nery will be able to stop Arroyo because he's a rather clever fighter, you know. So despite those two losses, which were a little bit, you know, surprising. But it's a possibility, definitely, I say. I mean, I either go for a late stoppage, perhaps by Nery, or even though he hasn't had any so far, but he's never fought a guy like, well, a guy in his prime like Carroll. Anyway, I'd argue that Yamanaka was no longer in his prime, so anyway, this guy can seriously hit, you know, and Nery, and I can see a knockout, technical knockout happening, but it's like 50-50. Also very possible that it goes the distance, so I wouldn't really clearly, I'm on the fence here. Yeah, that's right. And then one more before we go to the main fight. David Benavidez versus Jalen Love. That's a very interesting fight as well. Benavidez is also one of the most talented new super middleweights. A tall guy, and yeah, he has fast hands and throws a lot of punches, and but he's also a hard hitter, so rather hard hitter. While Love, he's not really well. He's been kind of exposed, you know. I mean, since he was knocked out by Rogelio Medina, 2014. He's a good fighter, but he's not a really world class. I mean, a top fighter that he appeared to be in the beginning. I think he lacks heart. I mean, frankly. So I favor Benavidez, who is taller by 2 inches almost, to win. He's also got bigger reach, not that much, but an inch and a half. And yes, I don't know really. This one is also kind of, it can end in, you know, in a decision, and but it also can end in a knockout. So I don't know. But either way, I favor Benavidez. I mean, if I had to absolutely pick, you know, a result, a prediction, and perhaps I would, you know, choose a TKO win for Benavidez. Yeah. Okay. Well, then the final big fight of the weekend is, of course, Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Yeah, the one that we all been waiting for, you know, the big welterweight showdown. Yes. Well, Mikey Garcia, of course, is the smaller man. I mean, clearly smaller, former featherweight, and Spence hasn't really fought, I think, below 147 welterweight. So yeah, I mean, I think this is where Mikey's gravy train ends. You know, he's now really perhaps gone too far, you know, trying to show himself as the best fighter of the lower divisions. I mean, he should have stayed at 140, definitely. And of course, I may be wrong, but Spence has really been nothing but impressive so far. And, you know, he just has too much, I think, you know, up his sleeve for Garcia to be able to overcome all that. So he's got everything. I mean, everything you need to be a great champion and a great fighter. And Garcia is now 139 fights, so this is his 40th fight. So, you know, it's bound to happen. And of course, one of the guys that was always the most likely candidate to end his unbeaten run, like take his 0 was Spence, of course. Yes. Well, I'm not going to say that much more, you know. I already said it all, like, Spence is bigger, stronger, he's fast enough, you know. Of course, Mikey's got an edge in speed, and maybe that may help him survive this fight. I mean, not get knocked out, but, you know, it's gonna be hard, because so far he's mostly won by you know, knocking out guys or being, you know, more, but I mean, aggressive and really good offensively, but that's not gonna work against Spence. So now he's got to fight another whole different fight, and he's used to fighting. He can't bully Spence. He can't hope to knock him out. I mean, I think in boxing anything can happen, but I'd be very surprised if Garcia managed to stop Spence. Yes, and of course in his fights at 140, like against Lipinets, he was I think he put Lipinets down once, but he wasn't anywhere close to stopping him, and that's what shows that his power can't. It has a limit, of course. It can't be as potent after so many weight divisions have changed. So Spence, I think he will stop Mike Healy. I do believe that. So, and if he fights, of course, the right fight, and not just tries to go out and end this quickly, then that can be a little bit tough. But I think Spence will kind of win somewhere in the 9th or 10th round, something like that. Yeah, that was that. Well, I'm done now, so until the next time, I'll see you around. Bye bye.